Folks, look, one day. It's all it took. Just one day. But she's liking it. But I'm not liking it. It's 2-hat day, 2-coat day, it's freaking snow day. Now you know why I wrap my hives. Yeah, gotta keep my hives wrapped till end of May. Now I'm joking, till at least mid-May. And yeah, that's why I keep my hives wrapped. Because this is what happens up here in Vermont. One day it's nice and blue skies. I'm outside. Next day it's snowing and I'm cold. So yeah, that's another important lesson. Got to be patient. Be patient as your hives grow. Be patient as you're working with your hives, folks. Be patient as you're feeding your hives. Be patient. That's what their lesson is, I guess I must say, about us mountain beekeepers. And again, folks, for all you new folks, Farmer James, back here in Vermont, mountainside beekeeping, snowing, and I want to play with my bees, but I can't. I'm freezing. It's about 30, no, 40. Windy, wind chill 25, 35. It's cold. But the bees are nice and wrapped. They're nice and wrapped tight. They're doing good. And another reason why I was patient about unwrapping the hives, folks, didn't really want to get into them. I wanted to leave them wrapped. Okay, I didn't want them to have to deal with these issues that Mother Nature brings. But they're doing good. If you haven't caught up with me, Farmer James up here in Vermont, we get this crazy weather. 2 days ago, 50s. Today, snowing. But I got to smile about it. I used to be upset about it. But I put my feed on, so the bees are doing good. They're probably growing inside these hives. So they're getting all the stuff added into their nutrients. But this should be a lesson about being patient, about waiting for, like I'm saying, I'm just moving around because I'm out here in London. She got me moving. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, like what I was saying, just be patient. I'm trying to be patient. You know, I'm looking around, trying to figure out this snow. It's freaking cold. Yeah, man. I like to talk about good news, but yeah, I'll probably be going back inside to talk about more beekeeping stuff. And right now, you know, like I said, you know, it's really important to get the drones going, keeping the drones strong. If you have them already in the south, don't try to use them as clickbait. Don't try to use them as bait. There's a lot of stuff going on with dead bees in the country. You know, luckily I have some bees that survive pretty good. I did use some dead outs. Probably lost about, out of the 17, I have 11, so I lost 6. Pretty good odds, but still lost bees. Overall, what can I say? It's hard beekeeping in the north. But overall, I got good mountain bees. I got Carniola and I got Russian mutts. So those bees are doing good. Feed your bees if you're out in the south. If you're in the north, you know, like I said, I've switched to a nice pollen patty because you want to put that on, folks, at least 2 weeks before we get a lot of pollen blooms and before the nectar flow to get those hives strong. So that's what I did. You know, I set it out a couple weeks earlier so they can get that feed and build up because they're starting to, and I want to get those queens healthy. Probably won't really start seeing drones for another 2 weeks as we get into May, well, mid-May. But yeah. So yeah, Farmer James Beekeeping, leave some comments. Let me know what's going on. Subscribe, folks, so I could remain being here, so I could bring some more info. Today I'm just freezing. Bees are nice and toasty inside. They're wraps. They're inside, so not worried about them. But I will be talking about bears. It's bear season, so I'm going to be talking about a video about bears. Bears are becoming a problem. They're becoming a nuisance. Even though you see this white stuff coming down, they're still coming out their dens in the mountains. So yeah, we got to worry about bears. The bears are out. They're about. They're in the mountains, so I got to get ready for them. So I'll talk about what kind of fence I use. I'm using a 5-strand. I'm using Power Mac for charger. And if you see those red lights blinking, those are my predator lights to help keep those bears out in case I get electrical failure. And I'll talk about that predator lights, how that's like my little backup plan. But overall, yeah, folks, I'm out here freezing. Hands are cold. Again, Farmer James Beekeeping. Leave some comments down below. Good or bad comments, I don't matter. Or subscribe so I can try to grow, so I can keep bringing more info. Keep YouTube excited about what I'm doing up here in the Great White North. I'm hanging out in Vermont, you know. Hanging out in Vermont, freezing. But next week's going to be nice and warm, and I'll be going inside the hives. Lucky you. You get to see what I'm doing, to see how these bees are growing. Because, yeah, it's cold, but the hives are growing. So, anyway, yeah, let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. I really like to do some chatter. What's going on? Let me know what you're learning. Let me know what's new. I'm just still using the same old bee equipment, and I don't use anything fancy. Laying straw hives have done well for me, so that's what I work with. Just straight up, that's about it. Yeah. Not too much to talk about today, just freezing up here in the north, enjoying the snow. Hey folks, I appreciate you, Farmer James Beekeeping. Leave your comments, good or bad or low. Let me know what you do, what you like. Talk with you later, Farmer James.